here, little lady. Okay, then we're gonna have to hear him one day, Spartacus. I know you got them type of skills. That's some good sweatpants to be sleeping in. You didn't bring no pajamas?
I forgot my blankets and then went to my shirt. Ball.
We wait for some people to get in the chat. I'll introduce you, okay? Brother Eon, Brother Spartacus. Man, y'all two, man, y'all the truth. I swear, y'all be the first two tuning in every time I go live, man. You know, I love the support. I appreciate it, you guys. I love y'all so much, man. I thank y'all. I thank y'all. Hey, B.O. Carter. Yes. Nice to have you back. Hope all is well. You know, we've been meditating, you know, adding you into meditation. How y'all feeling this evening? No, actually I didn't. Did you email me or did you text me? Yeah, I'm looking at my phone right now. No, I didn't receive anything yet. But you know, we can handle it. I know you've been busy this week, so don't worry about it. We can get to it tomorrow or, you know, sometime next week. I just want to make sure you know you're good and everything, and your situation is under control. So you know that can come. Yep. Okay, no problem. Thank you. I got a special guest tonight. Want you guys to say hi to my little baby. Say hi. Yep. It's my little baby. She's my youngest. I get her every weekend, so yes. She is the mini me. She's gonna be a firecracker though. She's gonna be something to deal with. I'm gonna tell you, I'm giving her all the knowledge. Show them the book you read. Grab your book. This is one of the books that she's reading right here. So I'm starting her off slowly, but she's getting the knowledge that she needs to get to know who she is and who we are as a race. You see what I'm saying? So can't nobody tell her nothing different. Oh, do you? Okay. Miss Introverted, how you doing? Oh, it was only $5. See, we got it from the library. My friend, she said that book is at. Be careful, I got a seed in it. That book is at the library. I mean, at Five and Below. We do have a Five and Below. It's for $5, so we're gonna go and buy it before I take you home, okay? And you can have that. We could turn that back in, and you can have that book, okay?
Mhm.
This is the next book I'm gonna have her read. Yeah, this is her next book. Soon as she's done with that, I'm gonna give her this book right here. I want you, Miss Carter, if you can kind of tell them what's going on and like some of the information if you would like. You know, it doesn't really matter to me. You know, we can tell them a little something just to get them excited. um, I think yeah, you can use this right here. But if not, we can just wait and we can do it the right way. It doesn't really matter. I think I got my. I was messing with my nose ring today, so I think I'm gonna switch it out to a loop. Sorry, I'm all on camera doing this. I just don't want to shine it all through you guys. Oh well, yep. Go ahead. Go. Oh yeah, they come together sometimes. Um, so you guys, Mrs. B.L. Carter, she came up with a pretty much a date and a location. It's going to be well, we could pick from two locations. Um, it's a group effort, so it's not just one person picking it. It's all of us. Um, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna check them out too. Thank you, thank you. But it's about the trip, you know. And I just want to give Miss Introverted a shout out because she's willing to travel from her hometown all the way to my city to help me out with my road to restoration. So I just want you guys to give her a shout out, man. She's awesome. She's an awesome sister. So um, so you guys pay attention to Mrs. B.O. Carter. She's giving you some information about the trip that we're going to do in August. Yeah. So I think this is going to be a good start because it's the road to knowledge. You see what I'm saying? And once we have our knowledge lined up to where we can share it with our youth, it's going to be tremendous, man. It's going to be a whole new teaching for them, and that's the best thing. I like all the meals will be vegan because if not, I was going to cook. I was going to make sure we ate every second of the day we were there, and you guys would have loved it, you know. But next time, you know, when we plan the next trip, you know, maybe I can get in the kitchen for you guys and whip some stuff up. I'm sorry, I've been kind of busy. My brother Sticks, he wanted me to do a little segment on like what I eat every day throughout the day. Honestly, I only eat twice a day. I try to eat in the morning before. Hey, brother Eon, how you doing? I try to eat twice a day, once in the morning and once before 6 o'clock, so I can get my meal in probably around like 4 or 5. So I will be posting up some stuff about my meals per day. I got a lot going on the outskirts. I have a parent. My mom. She's in a hospital right now, so I've been back and forth out there with her. My dad's been kind of sick. There's a couple of things I've been trying to do as far as like get this program up and running. So my days has been long. Like I've been having long days, but I don't care. It's a sacrifice. You know, it's for my people. It's for us. So whatever I have to do, you know, it's I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm not complaining or anything. It's just you know sometimes um, people want me to do things, and I have to realize I'm only one person. But everything that I've been asked to do will get done because you guys tune in and you guys show me support and love, and I love you guys for it, and I appreciate it. Um, I just want to start off the show basically about some knowledge that we all should know. In order, well, I'm gonna let Mrs. BL finish up with with some of the information that she's given us. And this is for the trip in August, you guys. It's called the Road to Knowledge. Um, the activities include lake basketball, arch. Oh man, I'm gonna love it. Archery, disc golf. Woo! Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff that we can end up doing. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna love that campfire. Canoes and pools. Yes, yes. I'm gonna love all of that. We're gonna have so much fun, you guys. Um, it's not just about getting together and just sitting at a round table and talking all day. We're gonna get together and we're gonna actually um, have fun too. It's all we're spiritual people, but we still have to have fun. We still have to satisfy our flesh in a positive way. You see what I'm saying? Our ka in a positive way. So all of those things right there are right up my alley. I love it. I would love to do that. So it's affordable for everybody. We can get um, the ball rolling pretty soon. Everybody can start putting up money, or Mrs. Carter, she's going to have a place to where we can send the money to, and it'll be put up specifically for the trip. Um, so it's just a matter of us getting there. Everybody know how to buy a plane ticket round trip. If we can, even if we got to rent a van and we can have a destination to where we can meet at and we can drive. But I think that probably the most efficient way is probably hey, how you doing, royalty? Peace, love. Thank you, thank you. I think the more sufficient way is probably just jumping on a plane going down there. Me personally, I might drive. I love driving, so it doesn't really matter to me. Um, I could pick a couple of people up on the way. So yes, yes, I prefer that as well. Women on one side and men on the other side. Us men, we can bond. In Florida, there's no, actually in California, there it's called the Pride. All males. It's an all male group. They're with Road to Restoration, but they meet up every Tuesday. All the males meet up, and it's called Pride Night. And it's for the males teaching the cubs. They're called the lions, and the lions teach the cubs. So us as kings, we can bond, and we can let the goddesses bond on the other side. You see what I'm saying? We all gotta mesh and get to know each other, and I think this is the best way of doing it. And I appreciate you, Mrs. Carter, for getting everything together for us and presenting it to us. Even though you going through some stuff personally, I appreciate you taking the time out doing this. Much praises to you. So um, with that being said, you guys can go back and you guys can look through the comments and everything, and if you missed anything, she'll pretty much, thank you, and she'll pretty much reinstate it for you, or she'll give you a highlighted update on things. You okay? So I thank you, Mrs. Carter. So I'm about to get on point real quick. I'm about to get on topic about this night and what I'm talking about. Um, Tonight is I had a lot to think about, man. It's crazy because the knowledge that we have uh, got from school, we have got from churches, we have got from the world. It's all wrong. anything I learned in school, I can't use and to profit me. I can't use it to solidify my background. I can't use it to solidify my ancestors' background. So basically, we was taught something that we cannot use as a tool, and if we can't use it as a tool, we can't pass it along to our kids for them to use it as a tool. So I know last night I touched on us writing books and us getting like study guides together and handed them to the youth. I think that's something that we should all think about doing. We can start it now. Actually, it's all it takes is for us to get a notebook and start writing, and we can create a book. You know, everybody can bring their notebook to the Road to Knowledge, and we can start from there. You know, I want to have at least like a book written by the first of 2020, and I want it to be dedicated to our youth. Um, I wanted to go to the youth. I don't want them to. I'm gonna try to make it to where the most the book is gonna cost us $5. You see what I'm saying? The first 100 books I want to pass out. I want to take 20 books to one organization, 20 books to another organization, 20 books to another organization. But the first 100 books I want to pass out. Okay, okay, brother Kufi. Kufi, is that how you pronounce it? Kufi. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, yes, that'd be awesome. I actually gave my daughter. Where's your chakras at? You still have them? Okay. Yeah, my daughter, she has chakras. Um, I make sure that she's on. Oh yes, we can combine the effort as well. You know, it's all on the same. It's all for the youth, and that'll be perfect. You see what I'm saying? I got a couple of brothers that also have knowledge on a couple of things that I think our children should know. Actually, I think a lot of adults, African adults, don't even know this. It's about how they took our currency and well, the form of gold and silver, and they try to erase it or try to devalue it and put money above paper money above this. It's it's a whole system. It's like it's crazy, man. So you know, I have someone that I'm gonna have call in. I'm trying to get my line set up to where I can have people call in as well. That's going to work. That's going to come. It's going to happen. I'm not worried about that. So right now I have to do some a little bit of magic. I think it'll work. We'll figure it out. Where your bag at? You lost your bag. Okay. Yeah. So my daughter, she has her chakras. Um, I'm not even well. I can touch them. I'm her dad. So, but besides that, I told her never let anybody else touch her chakras. You can show me. Come on. Come on. Gotta hold them up right there. That got the camera right there. You know, one thing I had to realize: we learn until we dead. You know, well, not dead. We learn until we leave this earth because we don't die. We are immortal. We do not die. I learned that too. You know, we just leave this earth. Yes, yes. And see, you know, those are things, Mrs. Carter, that we have to teach the young women because at the end of the day, they're not being taught that. They're not being taught self love. And I made a post on Facebook. I said, in order for me to learn how to love you, I have to learn how to love myself first. I can't love anybody if I don't know how to love myself. And I teach my kids that all the time. It's called self love. Um, a lot of kids are being taught self-hate, so that's why it reflects out to the world like it do. That's why we have a lot of kids locked up, or a lot of kids that's going through things because us as adults, we failed them. You see what I'm saying? I know the feeling of being let down, or being disappointed as a youth. I know that very well, and I know what it does to me. I know what it did to me. It still kind of affects me to this day. But at the end of the day, it gave me a self-awareness of what I have to do when it comes to my kids. You see what I'm saying? Um, I'm a teach her something every day until I either leave this earth. Well, I know I'm gonna be leaving this earth. Hey, brother Eon, thank you. Um, yes, it says you're a future queen. Yes. I'm doing my best. Hey, all true. How you doing tonight? I want everybody in the chat to give everybody some love, man. You guys are amazing. I'm happy everybody's tuning in tonight. I'm gonna actually call one of the brothers online right now, and I want him to chime in. Okay. I just had a text message from. Okay, let me see. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I think this is you, Mrs. Carter. Is it 832? Hey, Mrs. Monette, how you doing? This is Monite, GBF. Yes. Spartacus, I'm about to get you on the line, man. I'm about to see if I can get you on this line. Okay, I got you. So I'm about to lock you in right now. Got you. Okay. I see you iPhoning it. You got an iPhone? Okay. So let me see here. See how I can make this happen real quick. Oh, I'm perfect. I will say I'm perfect. Because everything around me is perfect. So, you know, we can use words like that. Those are uplifting words. That's my daughter. She's in the chat, you guys. CJC gang. Yeah. Can you guys hear Spartacus? Say something, Spartacus. How you doing tonight? Can everybody hear him? It's not muffled, is it? I think Sticks might be I can probably get him on. How does it sound? Turn it up. Say something real quick, Spartacus. Oh yeah, we good. Okay, now you gotta turn that down. Okay. Or put your headphones. You can put your headphones on. Okay. Yeah, I want to explain to you something about that word queen. Um, it's a touchy situation. Queen came about in the late 25th dynasty. It came through the Caucasian pharaoh. The word queen is it means the king's whore, the king's mistress. So they push that word around in the black community so much, but we grasped it and we took a hold of it. It's just like the word nigga. We grasped that word and we owned it like it's a part of us. Um, those are facts though. I try to stay away from the word queen. It doesn't really represent my black sisters well. I look at you guys as goddesses because you are the gods that walk this earth. You see what I'm saying? Because you guys are the ones that create life and you can take life. There's a there's something in you guys' body that can actually when you guys are pregnant, um, if that gene, if the fetus is not a pure gene, do you guys know your body would destroy that fetus? Just like Mother Nature, how the way she destroys things that doesn't belong on this earth or doesn't supposed to be in this earth. Um, it goes on every day. If you guys look at the population, there's more sodomites dying than being born. Um, there's more sodomites losing their life versus us losing our life. But see, they'll never tell us that. They want to keep stuff like that on the low in order for us to, to stay under the radar. In order for us to not know the power that we're about to possess of the power that we about to gain back from this world. So, I want you guys just to, man, you got like you could Google this stuff. Like literally, there's a lot of things that's happening under our nose, and they don't want us to know because if we know, it's going to give us power. But knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is power, and that's why I got Brother Spartacus on the line right now. We're going to talk. He's going to just highlight you guys on a couple of things that we probably didn't. I knew some of this stuff, but I know a lot of my brothers and sisters didn't know about this. So Spartacus, I'm gonna give you the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk. If you, everybody can hear you, so you can go ahead and spit that knowledge, man.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Getting the floor. Hope everybody's having a great, wonderful day. As we experience this journey in the road of knowledge, because obviously that's the one thing they want to keep away from us. Okay, so the first thing two topics I'm going to hit on. The main topic is the restoration for American seeds, which is basically our stuff. And then the first one, or the second one topic, I'm going to kind of break down a little bit of what they mean by American Indian. So the dispute dates back 1887 when Congress made the Interior Department of Trustees approximately 145 million acres of Indian land when colors were supposed to benefit from this, but the government gave majority of the land to the legal tenders. The legal tenders, the tax relief, and other federal specialized benefits to white settlers who paid off the citizenship administrative organization in order to become members of what is known as the five civilized tribes in Indian Territory by Congress. And this was basically the Dawes Act 1887, which it was basically in parentheses to kill the Indians to save the man. And then like they had little box that they projected, like the privatization of reservation land. So in 1881, held 155 million acres. 1890, they held 104 million acres. 1900, they held 77 million acres. And then, the tribes, by having the 5 tribes, this allows the white settlers to reap the benefits such as the complexity of how successful but openly fraudulent they did it. In 1895, the white settlers was informed of what benefits the Indians were entitled to. So they traveled to the Dawes Roll Commission to inquire about them having their names enlisted in the roll call for full-blooded or freedmen of American land. In 1898, Dawes Roll acted as a censor responsible for documenting records of one's ethnic background in order to determine one's association to one specific American Indian tribe. Also determining which Indian tribe would get blood allotment and other special benefits in return for abolishing their tribal government and recognizing federal law. In order to receive the land, individual tribe members first had to apply and then had to be deemed eligible by commission. The commission to the 5 civilized tribes was appointed by President Grover Cleveland in 1893 to recognize lands with the Cherokee, the Crenshaw, there's one more in the Chickasaw, and
Seminole. Yes.
It was commonly called the Dawes Commission after the chairman, Henry L. Dawes. During the early parts of 1902, the U.S. government reacted with malicious intent in developing a separate freedmen list, specifically to rule out all colored convert Indians from receiving these newly established benefits by the way of federal government. The Native Americans we see today, the Chinese came and breeded with them and produced them. As the white man gave them our land, the U.S. then listed all full-blooded Native Americans that truly had African, that they thought had African-like features as black or colored as classification of race. Documented inside the 1900s census. At the same time, white U.S. citizens was allowed to become identified as Indians by paying the Dawes Commission of $5 for each white adult and child to be listed on the Dawes Roll on April 1st, 1902. Public notice was passed around detailing that others can legally make their claim for freedmen enrollment, allowing whites to illegally steal the land, the Indian land of American restoration and benefits set forth by federal law.
Wow.
And that is $5 Indians right there.
Okay, and you know, I know you a lot of us might have great grandparents or great grandparents that not even owned, that worked on farms back in the day. I was telling Spartacus, I have my granddad. He worked on one of the biggest farms in Arkansas. And he worked for this man for a long time. Make a long story short, the man put in his will, you know, once he passed away, the farm was to be transferred over to my grandpa's name by his kids. So what his kids did, once he passed away, they took the land and they sold it under my grandpa's nose. If I'm not well, it's not. This happened. Sold it under his nose. So throughout all those years, my granddad worked hard to develop this land to generate money for his family, only to be promised that we will be taken care of, and it didn't happen. So, you know, that yeah, that's crazy, you know, and like I said, man, you know, this has happened to not only my grandpa, but a lot of other people that I know of too. I'm pretty sure you guys know of people that this happened to. Yes. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and finish up. It's crazy because, like I said, we get bamboozled, swindled all throughout the history of our existence, and this is going to lead to a point in the end. You know, I want this is all anything that we do has a point in the end. You can go ahead.
This, what I'm about to explain now, well, this is two parts broken down. And the second part actually kind of, I've got to finish writing the notes to it, but it's enough to explain how that land that your grandfather had, also when it got sold, most of it got sold for free.
Yes.
And it's going to tell why. I have why it was sold for free. If anybody had any details that they would, or any questions on the $5 Indian, if they want to ask that first before I go into.
Yeah. Do you guys know what a $5 Indian is? Anybody in the chat? Do you guys know? And like I said, this is knowledge that we all need to know, because it's gonna everything that's happened before will happen again. Especially if you guys own land, it can be taken from you at any time. I think, okay, B.O. Carter, she has it. Royalty, she says she doesn't know what a $5 Indian is. Yeah, yes.
Okay, so basically some of the I was doing how I said earlier, the Chinese that was that came over here and breeded and produced themselves over there. Those are the white sellers came and breeded with them and some of the rich people in our family. So that same kind of thing we see going with the basketball player dating the white girl and then she takes his money. That's the same concept that's in their genes that they was doing then. So it's allowed. Basically, they was getting word of the Indian land. So the people that they had on the
Serenity
land working, they was able to. There was a notice that went out, and they were able to come and sign up as like as long as they look like Indian descent. So they would send a member of someone that, like, say if a white man had his daughter go breed with a black kid, and then that kid looked like he was African American, then they can claim and say that they had that many in the family, all African, as long as they've seen that person that looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
And only had to pay $5 whopping. Mind you, this is also going through at the same time that our ancestors was owning the farm on their own land, and these same little white squatters would take the crops and stuff and go to another part or send it up north and get it sold for much more than what it was, and that way they would be able to have more money than us without us knowing, and they were able to get that.
Which goes on to this day still. If you go to Vegas, I've been in Vegas quite a bit. A lot of the $5 Indians are in Vegas. They own a lot of the property down there. You can look at these sodomites and tell they're not I'm gonna call them Indians, because the proper word is Native American. But these $5 Indians are some of the ones that own a lot of the casinos, a lot of property down there, and they're just as white as snow. Like he said, you can actually back in the day, you can actually take someone. You see it in the Western movies. Those so-called white man looking like Indians. Those are not Indians. Those are the $5 Indians. You could take someone with a darker skin tone, a white man with a darker skin tone, let him grow a ponytail, and put some jewelry on him, and he can walk around and say he's an Indian, and he can buy any piece of land for $5
Right.
because of his fake descent, or his fake background. So yeah, it's deep when it comes to that.
And also at the time, we are not looking at them at how they're addressed. So, like the people, when you see George Washington and all of them in that uniform, at the time to us, we might think that is just an army uniform. But at the time, it actually is their slave uniform that they were forced to wear. And we just that's how we was. So at that time, they were learning how we lived, and that's where it draws down to. The reason with the confusion is everybody is still, stuck on the whole, the slave ships came from Africa, landed in Jamestown, and then that's how the settlers came up.
No,
That's not how it went down.
no.
They came through Boston, and they started crumbling down from the north.
And did you guys hear what he said? They studied us. They seen how we live. They seen how we dressed. Guess what? They still doing that to this day. We just talked about this. We just talked about this in the last chat. They study us. It's a reason why they're studying us now. You can look at the music industry. You can tell they've been studying us. You can look at sports. You can tell they've been studying us. You can look at the entertainment industry. You can tell they've been studying us. It's irrelevant.
We came up all the sports.
Right.
Well, they're just now establishing that we started hockey, but they always knew.
Yeah, and just like probably 100 years later, 100 years from now, they're gonna say Eminem created rap. You see what I'm saying? He created hip hop. They're gonna.
Talking about Elvis.
Yeah.
We was on to that.
Right.
They almost had it. They was starting to push it, but the internet came out right in time.
Right.
That he didn't start nothing.
Didn't start anything.
Worse, that a black man was writing stuff.
I don't know if you guys know, Brother Lance went to school with the guy's son that wrote all of Elvis records. It was a black guy that wrote everything for Elvis. He also wrote for a lot of other white artists too. It wasn't just Elvis. It was a lot of other white artists. It was a couple of groups actually. Heavy metal bands, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah. He wrote a lot.
Yeah. So you can go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to piggyback off of that.
No, he was good. I was actually looking for the lady name I had written down. Who was the spy that came over and spied and started learning how we were to obviously take back their notice. Okay. All right. Well, I'm at the skip ahead to the comment. Okay, we good. All right. So I'm going to explain the Pre-Exemption Act of 1841. So this granted settlers the right to legally occupy farmers' land without the Negroes having knowledge of it or permission. Once they've been a tenant farmer for the on the farmer's land for 14 months, residents with the government and others changed the land to read as public land, now federal land. And whites was, and at that time, whites was considered slavery, so that's where that word slave came from. And they were being called squatters.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and what he means, and what he means by that, they'll travel throughout the U.S. and they'll, they'll stop in a certain town and they see this town might need some work done, so they'll offer a cheaper price to build, to help build up or to help build buildings or anything. Basically, they were. I don't know if you guys have labor ready or temporary services. Basically, it was the first temporary service.
Yeah, still on royalty. Okay, black, not, but yeah, part of yeah, that was nice. So yeah, the reason why it's in that all caps is because that's the corporate name.
Okay.
If you heard the straw man that going into that detail, that's why the name is in all caps. That's why every time you get a bill or anything that's dealing with money, so anything other than private, you would get something in the mail and your name would be in all caps. So that's the other you, the bond you, the what?
Okay, thank you, Bill Carter.
They need to make all this money, and they're not talking about they need to make all this people, which also is land, because they gotta do things that what the money is, what money is for, what it consumed of. And people think it's backed up by gold and silver, and that's not true. The money is backed up by land. So without land, you can't generate anything. And money needs to have a flow of energy to run it.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's called currency. And that's why it's called currency, you guys. Money is not evil. That they said money is the root of all evil for a reason, because they know that us as Africans, we have currency running. We have a current running through us. So when we tap into the currency of wealth, is abundant. It belongs to us. It belongs in our hand. It belongs in our possession. Just think about it. The word currency. What does currency mean? A current. It's like a flow. You see what I'm saying? We have a current in us. You see what I'm saying? We have electricity in us.
Currency, a system of money in general use in a particular country.
I'm sorry, Spartacus. I might have knocked you off. I just had to, narrate on that one too a little bit.
No, I was thinking about something as it was going in, and then you hit me with the currency. When you say the currency definition, it threw me off the answer that.
Sorry.
But yeah, to go back off of that, and I'm gonna go into more detail on currency after this.
Okay.
So the slave contract was the indentured servitude, and that was created by the banks and business owners, and which is called floating debt, aka or credit. So this is the currency definition. So if you break down the currency, the word to the Latin word is career. Career. CURRERE. And then if you break that down, it means to run.
Okay.
So give an example of how this would be to run like a situation, if you have a team member, a shift leader, assistant general manager, a general manager, and you have the money going through the flow. So everybody get a job, and you think you want to be the supervisor and stuff like that, to get the big bucks, but you can't really get the big. You're just in that position for the big bucks to get generated up, while you thinking you're over somebody. You're actually in the weakest of stuff.
Wow.
And then, okay, I know what I was about to say. And we also got to look at things backwards. Money isn't the root of all evil. All evil is the root to all money.
Yes.
The more money you consume, the eviler you get.
But that's only for.
You get 18 million for charity. That's different.
But you know that's only for a couple of group of people. We're more foolish when money comes in our hand. We don't try to conquer with our money. We might honestly we help people with our money to where we end up broke at the end.
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
It was funny when the last couple of times I went to church. The more money I gave into the tithes and offering, the worse my week would have.
And listen, look what B.L. Carter just said. Look what she just put on here. The more money I come across, the more problems I see. And you just said that, right? And that's a true fact. For example, I was supposed to do the investment with you with the gold thing, right? I had my money together and everything. The money I generated, it went so fast. I had to put a transmission. My transmission went out of my car. Rent due. We need things around here. That money disappeared so fast to where it wasn't no coming back off of it. I can't get anything back off of it. But the more money I got in my hands, the more problems I had. And that's just that's the currency. You see what I'm saying? But being that we're learning this right now, we're going to learn how to keep our currency flowing. Because now that we're getting the knowledge, we're going to be able to handle money better. Well, I'm pretty good with handling it. It's just putting it in places to where I needed to grow. And us as Africans, man, we don't know how to put money in places to make it grow. We see things right then and there, and we feel as though we need it. And that's not the issue. The next lump sum of money I come across, it will be invested in something, and I will sit back and watch it grow. And that's why we're going to be having these classes, because no one has taught us this in school. When we were coming up in school, we learned about stuff that's irrelevant to us right now. I can't even tell you one thing that I learned in school that's benefiting me. I can't tell you one thing that any of my teachers showed me is benefiting. Only thing I can really tell you is that I learned how to count. But my mom and my dad could have taught me that. You see what I'm saying? We need to be taught carpentry. We need to be taught building blocks, building stones. We need to be taught financial game. We need to be taught all of those things. You see what I'm saying?
And that's where the Duke is at. If you take what you just said,
yeah.
If it's not money, that's the one thing you remember learning. So if you take elementary and you take math out of the equation, and we was to ask and not ask you anything, not one thing you really gonna remember.
No. I was attracted to science. You see what I'm saying? Because that comes from us too. Math and science were my two favorite subjects in school, but you got to look at those. Those are subjects that was taught in ancient Egypt. You see what I'm saying? So those are the only things that kind of benefit us. But guess what? We can teach our youth those things and incorporate it in higher learning instead of what the minimum learning that they gave us on that. If you notice, those subjects were minimized. There's levels and levels to this. You see what I'm saying? Especially with science. You know, there's reefs in the ocean that live up to be over 5,000 years old. We never knew stuff like that. I think it's a red coral leaf in the ocean that lives over 5,000 years. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We never was taught stuff like that. So my thing is,
I think it's the starfish that live.
yes, starfish live literally forever. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, we wasn't taught those things, but our ancestors, they knew about those things. You know, I have today actually a family member. She's 97 years old. My great aunt. She's celebrating her 97th birthday today, and she's kicking it. She's up and living like like she told me today, she still learned to this day. There's still things that she don't know to this day that she's finding out. So just imagine all the stuff that we still have to learn. We have to erase everything that we thought that we knew in order for the real new to come in. We have to de-learn to relearn.
Right.
De-learn to relearn.
These words that's together, we looking at them, we thinking they one thing, and they broke it down 3 different ways.
Yes.
And they together with 3 different words put together in a sentence, and we looking at 2 words.
Right. And you can give them an example because you gave me one earlier.
With the
yes, royalty survivor skills. That's another thing. Hey, listen. That's one thing that I would love to teach our youth. We can live off the grid. We don't need this stuff that they're giving us. Television, telling lies to your vision. We don't need that. We don't need these cell phones. None of this.
Yeah, because I also put up that video I posted on my IG with the lady. The lady actually collected her shower water, and the stuff that was in her water. Oh my goodness!
Yes.
It was worse than the toilet water.
And it's most definite in Ohio and Michigan. Every year in Ohio, in Toledo, where I stay at, we have to boil. We have a boil advisory. Hey, Lady E. We have a boil advisory, and we can't take a shower. We can't even wash our dishes with the water because of the algae buildup. Now, our sewer system is over 200 years old. It's connected to our sewer system, and our water system runs through the same filtration system in Ohio. Just like Michigan. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got these smaller cities out on the outskirts of Toledo with nothing but sodomites there, and they got the cleanest water ever. So when it happens, guess what we have to do? We have to go out to their community and get hotel rooms and spend our hard-earned money in order to take a bath, in order to brush our teeth, in order to wash our clothes. And just imagine, half of my city can't afford that.
Exactly. Bill Carter, the phone switchback. Yeah, they actually just did a survey recently.
Yes.
The guy had a smartphone, and he had took the battery out one of them, and he had 2 smartphones. Took the battery out one of them and turned off the other one. And he walked through the whole town for the whole day. And when he got home, he turned the phones on, went to sleep. When he woke up, he had a digital scanner that show what the phone did once he while he was asleep. And the phone was scanning, Google was scanning everywhere that he went while the phone was on. Every spot that he was at the time he stayed there,
Yes.
the distance to his next spot, like that's how much they're tracking without us thinking that they're just looking at our face.
Hey, yes, and I ain't gonna lie, I used it to my advantage when I was in California a couple of months ago. I had you get in the car and you park. My Google Assistant on my phone told me we got you marked where you parked at, so you don't have to worry about where you parked at. So I'm like, okay, wow. So I tapped on it, right? When it was time for us to go, I tapped on it. It took me right to my car.
Wow.
Took me right where I parked at. Told me what car, told me where the corner of my car was parked at, how long it's been parked there and everything. So when I tell you they watching us, yeah, they watching us.
And the time is ticking, guys, because everybody got like another 2 years, dude. They got to go exchange their IDs. So everybody ID say 2020 or 2021. Even your credit card might say 2021, unless you just recently got it updated this year. But they're trying to get us into that next, they're getting us into that next wave. So that by 2030, your driving license will be your card number and your scanner to get into your house.
You know, if you work for Google, you have a chip in your hand. Guess what? This is the new ID right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is the new ID. My ID has a chip in it. It has a barcode and a chip in it. So if you guys ever been to the casino before, right? This is what they use for you when you go to the casino right here. They swipe this. I used to work at the casino, and I'm gonna tell you what they do. They swipe this, right? Well, they swipe this up here, or they'll scan this right here. Actually, they'll scan this. That'll pop. All your information will pop up. Where you stay at. Anything that's under this ID, it'll pop up. Hell, your job might even pop up. This ID right here that I have doesn't expire to 2022.
There we go.
And
I think that's the last year.
Yep, and it's my chip right here. You see that Ohio sign? If you rub your finger across that, it's a chip. So if you guys don't have this ID,
They got the the breathalyzer on the driver. They got the breathalyzer on the driver license.
yep. So you know the same way that you can, when the police follow you and they run your license plate, they don't have to do that no more. They can just beam your car and your whole information gonna pop up. They ain't even gotta run your license plate. They got a scanner that'll beam your car and everything will pop up. And it's going, and it's through satellite. It's through our cell phones. It's through the satellite system. They've been watching us. They've been setting us up.
Yeah, because the scammers are lower than we think. You know, they claim that they talk about it in the sky, but scanners is around.
Yes. But I'm sorry, you can go ahead and finish up. Brother Eon, where you at? You in the chat? You ain't been saying nothing. You good?
Yeah, where the noise at?
Yeah, but you teaching right now. You know, you spit knowledge, and everybody's they got their ear to the speaker. So you know, a lot of people might just be listening right now.
Okay. Okay. So
Wow, I'm gonna have to check that out.
did I mention an app that would tell you how many satellites are above us?
Yeah, I remember she did say that. Yep,
Okay. So the app. Okay. So the
there you
satellites
go.
that they have, I mean, they still have to make it look like it's up there. So they have to have these little games. Um, but being that you got your little the dome above us, you're able to do scans with lasers
Hmm.
to make assume seem like something is there.
Wow. Mm.
Just like okay, they talk about that. For example, before I continue, they talk about how the telescopes that the three big telescopes, but they use the main one that they look up into the obviously into the solar system.
Hmm.
There's actually a plane that flies with a telescope on it.
I've seen it.
And
I've seen it.
takes the photos, the real photos.
Put it on so I can put it on YouTube so I can look at
But all right, so I'm gonna continue on to the main topic of what we're talking about. So at the same time, you have trade, which also is to track or course. They had to make trade, so you had to make trades at the same time to keep them on track. So it started off as a bartering system, allowed for trade of goods and services, but not necessarily mean equal value. So us, if I got basketball and you got a watch, and I watch your watch, but you need a basketball, I mean that's how we would trade. They didn't really look at it to be like, that watch costs so much more. Like, no, it wasn't like that. That's not how we did business, and they didn't understand
Go back
that.
to
But they realized that that's how they realized they can utilize us as a weapon, of workforces because of that. So when it came to the Negro farmers, whatever was needed had to be purchased by the Negro farmers' prices, due to the pale-faces lack of knowledge of how to farm. But with the credit system and the paper currency, a person can then purchase from the Negro farmers with floating debt, aka credit, and then sell whatever they bought from the Negro farmers to another person for whatever price they chose. That's what I was saying. I was telling you that earlier.
yes.
How they will pay these guys to go sell their crops, and then the guys will come back and they say it was sold for less, while their white counterpart that was on the same land was working for them was send it and sell it for a greater value and make more money back.
Exactly. And that's why my grandparents had their own stand on the side of the road, and anything that they grew, they harvest, they sold, probably about 4 or 5 miles away from the actual market. That's how you knew that you were getting your money's worth. Otherwise, the sodomites will come through and they'll take what you want to sell to the market, and they just basically bring you back whatever they want to give you afterwards. They'll sell all your stuff, but they'll tell you like, oh, it's sold towards the end, so we basically had to get half of the stuff away. But us not knowing, our stuff sold faster than anybody else stuff because we're the aborigines of this land. We knew how to grow stuff. We knew how to grow crops. We knew how to harvest things at the right time to where it's ripe enough for us to to sell it, and it was the best products. It was the best value out of any of the other crops that were sold out there. But we're easy going. We get swindled all the time, so we didn't think about checking into it. And that's one thing we're trying to change right now, because a lot of things that we just let roll over our shoulders can actually benefit us. And we've been doing it for years. I ain't letting nothing roll over my shoulder ever again.
Exactly. But if you look at it like today, they still don't know how to farm. That's why we eat plastic. Well, we used to.
Not anymore.
Not no more. All right, so let me continue.
You guys should see Brother Lance, Mrs. Scurv, her garden is it's immaculate. I think I got a video of it on my page. I went through her whole garden and I recorded it, and it's beautiful, man. You'll think you was somewhere over in Africa. She got chocolate growing in her garden.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And it's funny, if you look at a lot of the 90s movies, you would see, a sister with a house. And you see a single mother, displayed. They always show her with a garden.
Yes.
In the back. With some nice fruits and vegetables.
Yep.
I don't know, now I'm thinking about that that was a little subliminal right there.
It was. But we subliminal spiritual people anyway,
Exactly. Royalty, speaking of agriculture, I'm going to actually hit on that in my notes, because that actually plays a big key in what they study of us and how they took over. So to continue, given, so when they was able to, get the price for their choice, given the birth to the open market, any person that took advantage of this could now also control consumption of depletion, which boomed the demand and supply system, skyrocket, and obviously turned them into demand and us into just supply. So you had first currency came as gold and silver coins to make trades for the crops of land. Then the master plan of paper currency came, and since it was a lighter form to travel with, calling that the paper note. Shortly after people began doing business under promises, literally deciding to trade in their desirable assets as promissory notes. And this was known in town as the greenback notes, which was officially turned into legal tender notes, which became the circulation of the paper currency throughout the U.S. in 1862. Actually, February 25th, 1862, Congress passed the Legal Tendency Act.
Hey, Brother Kevin.
How you doing, Brother Kevin? Okay. So the Legal Tendency Act, which now only allowed the finance through the Civil War, but it was also used to wipe in the climate of the National Currency Act of 1863. So, which that allowed for the creation of the national banking system, which made the National Bank Act of 1884. And that was an act to provide a national currency secured by a pledge of United States bonds, approved June 3rd, 1864, and to provide for the circulation of redemption thereof. So, Bureau of Currency shall be established, and the officers shall give bonds and shall not be entered in any national bank, be enacted by the Senate of the House of Representatives of the U.S. And Congress, assembled, that there shall be established in the Treasury Department a separate bureau which shall be charged sorry about this, guys. Okay, and that's where you had the legal tender notes, which under the legal tender notes it will read receivable in a payment of all public dues. So they continued that, which required them to purchase government bonds or indentured of servitude, which were literally all or written contracts that stated laborers would be redeemed for these same legal tender notes. So, okay. Civil War. So the Civil War cost a lot of money, and credit was someone needed these wars to take place for the Monetary Act, which allowed the legal tender notes to open up a monopoly for a small group of people to control, and that small group of people were bankers that ended up controlling crops, land, products, and even the trade of people, government, legal tender notes. And so to break that down, so the U.S. form of paper money was in existence from 1862 to 1971. And many of those paper notes was backed up by gold, and some weren't. Then someone or somebody replaced those notes with the Federal Reserve notes, which is what we use today.
Mm-hmm. And that's deep.
Does anybody have any questions so far on that? Sorry, I'm reading my notes, and I was writing fast, and it's been a long time since I actually wrote down notes.
It's all good. I understand everything.
Short-term goals I've been writing down.
I understand everything that you have said. It all makes sense. We're just tired of being bamboozled. We're tired of being lied to without any explanations. They just lied to us and just treat us like stepchildren.
Yeah. Because what I'm breaking down now, and how I've been in this part off, this is how I'm explaining how we are human capital. That's what they want to call it.
Okay.
So let me continue this. So starting in the year 1933, the government made it illegal for people to own or afford a certain amount of gold,
worse than statue,
which was more valuable than currency. So the gold we had was more valuable than currency, and we had control of our own gold and silver. And doing this in 1933, this was also across the world when this was when they made them start turning it in. And this was January 30th, 1934. President Franklin Roosevelt signed the Gold Reserve Act, making it law that all gold under executive order of the president issued April 5th, 1933, all purchased 21st, 1933. All gold coins, gold medallions, and gold certificates, aka legal tenders, now owned by them to a Federal Reserve Bank branch or agency to any member bank of the Federal Reserve System. So they forced them to put that stuff in the bank. And I'm actually basically break down what bank is. That's not right now. Okay. Any person. All right. So if any person that did not comply with the subject, they was subject to imprisonment or fine. So you had to go to jail or you got fined, and what you probably wouldn't have afforded was a scheme itself, and that would have sent you to jail anyway. So people will say, I know you're asking, why would the government need this? And that's because the difference of the legal tender notes and the Federal Reserve notes. So a bill of credit, which is for something received, which is a representation of the government's indebtedness towards the holder. Then you have the fiat currency, not backed up by any physical commodity, which is not backed by any silver or gold, making the government not liable for its use or misrepresentation. So that's even crazy right there. So you got people thinking that something's backed up when it's not backed up with nothing.
Right.
So that Federal Reserve note been the Federal Reserve note been the main form of currency since the Executive Order 6102 was given in 1933, which stems from the Trading with the Enemy Act 1917, which gives the president has the power to oversee and restrict any and all trades between the United States and so-called enemy in time of war, which makes the federal paper money backed up by human capital.
And that's why our Social Security number at one point in time, we were able to use it as a credit card. We were able to use our birth certificate as a line of credit online. I know a lot of people that paid off student loans with their Social Security card. Royalty, she stated something that was perfect. And she's on point with it too. The Agenda 21 and Rex 83 and the George Guidestones state their agenda. That's basically, if I'm not mistaken, Royalty, can you explain that to them through the chat? I don't want to misintrude your words because this is something that you stated. I don't want to take your shine away or your teaching away real quick. So Royalty, if you want to explain that, you can. And thank you.
Agenda 21. Yeah, I know that one.
You guys know? Oh, okay.
The guide, Georgia Guidestone, state their agenda. Okay. She says too much text.
Well, guess what? Next time, hey, if you give me your number, or I can have you online just like him, just like Spartacus, Yeah, we can just look it up. So if you guys want to, you guys can look that up. The Agenda 21 and the Rex 83. It'll let you know further. It'll give you further information on what she's talking about. And like I said, knowledge is power. A lot of us don't know these things. So it's for us fellow brothers and sisters that do know these things to share the truth with everybody. Because once we know all of this stuff, we can teach our kids the stuff that they need to do.
Right.
Exactly, Miss Carter.
We also can't just say, look it up.
Right.
Like, just like I know Agenda 21, but we also can, people can just Google that. And what it's going to show you is Agenda 21, what's going on now. But I also know Agenda 21 from them already establishing it. I mean, even though they say it, but they really are ahead, like, they're like 4 years ahead into whatever they're pushing out. So me being in the military, I was able to, catch on to a lot of things by me having a certain security clearance that nobody could explain how I got it.
Right.
I don't know. But giving links is the right way, because also like how when I do my research, I don't just it might be a particular person where you got your info from, and it might be to connect that somebody, a viewer in the chat, to be able to learn from that same person. So like when me and brother when we talk about who we look up, like get our knowledge from, some of the people he named I've heard of, but I've never really thought of, listening to them speak. And then when I would go pull it up, I'm like, wow, okay. And that's because me and him, we're on the same wavelength. And like all of us in the chat, we're all in the same wavelength.
Yes.
So
we on the
we known clowns saying, oh no, just look it up. And Google is a distraction because the 4% of the internet that we get. And that's only because the internet that we think the internet is traveling through signal, but wonder why we keep getting hacked. The internet is actually ran through a cord system that's deep in the ocean, that's connected through by wires to the next country. So this is why they saved me that far, but that's a lot of wires being connected to the Atlantic to go straight over there.
And Spartacus, give them your background. Let them know what you used to do before you start following your dreams.
So, all right. So I grew up in Virginia, Newport News. My family, my mother's side is all from there, and they're deeply rooted back all the way to where these clowns came over here back in the 1600s. But I was raised kind of in Jersey, so that's kind of how I act. So basically, I've been one of those outside kids that's been, shown or been considered the oddball because I questioned a lot of things that just didn't make sense.
Me too.
So it made me be, if you watch that Tyler Perry movie and they had that one military, the oldest guy that was always distant or drifted away and came back on holiday season, that would be me. But I didn't have no crazy story of me getting in trouble. So when I got out the military, I went to the military, kind of got out to a crazy divorce, and kind of fell off the face of the earth into my friend's house. And then I was kind of living, it was dark time there. So I kind of booked a one-way ticket to Boston. I don't know why, but I went there with $15. In that 9 months, I learned the power of writing your goals down, because my goal was to get into Harvard. Any means possible, to an extent. So the 9 months I was there, by doing that and trying all different things, I was around a lot of artists, so it made me brainstorm a lot. So I then started doing public speaking, ended up hopping on the board of directors, started the art that I do now, but I didn't know that I was teaching myself it because of the people that was forcing me. And the day I was supposed to leave Boston, I missed my flight, and don't even know why. But that night I went into a class at Harvard, and that's for that dream. So that day, it didn't really dawn on me until I was leaving. Until I was like, wow, I really missed my flight to teach that class. And at that point, nobody could tell me anything. And for me to accomplish that by only getting to Boston with $15 and not knowing anybody there or how I was going to do that, I knew for a fact at that time I can walk this land, knowing that the Creator had my back and was going to guide me to what I wanted to do. Now that I'm back in Jersey, I started doing art, and now I do something that people seen before when they was younger, that nobody's seen how I'm doing it. And I really don't know how to draw that well, which is crazy. But if you look at my pieces, you'll think I've been doing it for years. So right now, that is like my form of passion right now as an artist. Now as I'm learning my history, I kind of found out I am related to a famous artist. Last name is Armstead, but if that's his real name, because that's actually his grandmother is my great-great-grandmother. And that's where our names change. So when you hit the 1800s, a lot of the names are switched to where you would think it's your first name, and it might be your last name, or they threw an I in there, because they was that's when the white settlers started taking our names. So it wasn't that they were sleeping, it was some slave masters sleeping with everybody. No, we was the slave masters, if they want to be technical, and these suckers that was living on our land just for a place to sleep, for working. They took our name, and that's how that trickled down, and then started marrying into our family. So right now I'm on my road to Orlando.
Yes, all of us. And listen, royalty, listen. Do not be shy. We're family. We love you. You're amongst family right now. We open you with open arms. You're more than welcome to attend the Road to Restoration. It's in your city. It's in Florida. Not in your city, but it's in your state. It's in Florida. I don't know how far you are from Orlando, but they would love for you to attend. Honestly, I think I might jump on the plane and attend. It's on the 18th. It's only 2 days. Well, if I do go, I'm gonna be down there until Monday. Yes, it's in Orlando. Yep. It's at the Three Masts. It's like oh yeah, it is a hop, skip, jumping away from you. Yup, it's at the Three Masts. It's like a store that has a lot of stuff for Africans, for us. I think I might actually be down there for I'll probably go the 18th through the 20th because I want to help with the garden again that Sunday, and I'll just fly out that Monday. So if you don't have anything to do, show up. I'll let Brother Lance know that you're coming and everything, and we'll comfort you. We'll accept you with open arms. You with family. We love you. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I'll put the information in the description. I mean in the chat. I'll pull it up and I'll put it in the chat. Don't be shy. That's for people that you. It's only certain people you need to be shy around. And we're not those people. I'm not even shy. You lose that word. That's not a word for us to use anyway. We're conservative when it comes to to the sodomites. We're conservative when it comes to people that has an agenda. We are not shy at all. It's a mental thing. When you're around family, you're supposed to be the most comfortable that you can. That you can be. At one point in time, I was, I'm gonna say conservative, towards everybody. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, don't ever use that word around us, because we're family. We love you. You can be yourself around us. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, because when you get around me, that shyness is out the door.
Right. I'm gonna tickle you until you laugh or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but nobody's shy. I mean, everybody that's shy and they get around me, that thing breaks.
Right.
So, I also look at shy people as probably, your ancestor form probably still in you, and it's just keeping you, tight because
Right.
of the people that's around. So when we get around you, it's gonna unleash that you back out that you can share, because this world we're in, when you're alone, the people around you might, they don't know how to take it. You could be smiling and they don't know how to take it.
Right. Hey, did you hear what hold on, somebody, let me see. Somebody said, okay, Serenity said, quiet confidence. That's perfect.
Well,
That's dope. That's dope. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna use that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's dope. Quiet confidence. I'll roll with that any day instead of shyness. We do have quiet confidence because, and I'm glad you said that, because back in the day, when we had strange visitors, our ancestor had strange visitors that came through the Nile. We were quiet. We didn't talk. We put out our how can I put this? Telepathic. We started using the telepathic communication. We started communicating through our mind, because we didn't know about these people. We didn't know what they wanted. We didn't know what their agenda was. So we did. We shut our mouths. I won't say we became shy, but we became quiet and confident, because we didn't want to share a lot of things with people. So once we figured that everybody was cool, or the people that was cool that came to the land to visit, that's when we opened our mouth. That's when our ancestors spoke. You see what I'm saying? And I'm using we because my ancestors talk through me. I am my ancestors. My ancestors are me. So when they came through the Nile, and like I said, if we didn't know you, we didn't talk to you. We might have looked at our fellow brothers and sisters and telepathically said, who is this person? What you think they want? And once we figure everything was kosher with you, that's when we started using our voice. Because back in the day, a lot of our ancestors didn't talk because they felt like our voice was sacred. Only the higher or the special can hear our voice. They didn't believe in wasting time. I mean, wasting breath. They didn't believe in just babbling and talking. They only talk when needed. That's how peaceful they were. They didn't have to talk. They could smile at you and let you know everything was all right. They can hit you with one of these and let you know everything was all right. So I understand.
There's a way to get back into that feeling, and I'm sure we've all probably experienced this once.
Right.
But you ever been just gone, just sitting there, you just gone, like daydreaming, but you're not even dreaming. You just zoned out niece and nephew, someone that you don't really see on an everyday basis.
Right.
You start to understand what they're talking about. That's like, my personal belief is that be the form. That's how we're, supposed to be. How we were, how mellow we were on a regular day-to-day basis, to where we're able to understand the whole. And that's why, if you look at things, their words are, they don't really use too many words. I'm not saying that like they know the words, but they usually use the same word as far as like that meaning is a demand of what they want or what they're talking about. So it actually stems to where if we look at mumble rap today, we think it's bad, and yeah, it is bad and it's messing up the language, but also it's not bad too because the words that we are listening to we're not hearing so many curses, even though they talk about the same stuff. We know that it's the same negativity. Not as many curse words, the real curse words, not the curse words that they tell us, inserting into it. But now they didn't, piggy off that because it's not so much of the words that's messing with people's mind. It's the beat that's hitting us on that level of that frequency. And then there's another rhythm that's in the deeper part of that song that's actually talking that you don't even know you're listening to.
Right.
This thing is a whole deep agenda that's particular. Okay. So let me continue on.
Can you guys see that? Is that in reverse on here? If it is, I'm sorry. But this is the whole schedule right here, you guys. Mrs. B.O. Carter, she just put on there and let you know it's every third Saturday of the month. So the next one, like I said, is May the 13th. I don't know if you guys can see that.
May the 13th.
I mean, May the 18th. I'm sorry.
I'm like, what? Sunday. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get better at this. But yeah, I'm gonna actually read it off to you then. May 18th is the monthly R2R community meeting from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at 3 Mass Incorporated, Orlando, Florida. May 19th, community garden follow-up. On May 19th, the community surviving with the survivors will take the place. The volunteers are needed, and volunteers are needed. If you live in the Orlando, Florida area, surrounding area, contact admin today to see how you can become an R2R community empowerment volunteer. Volunteer sign up deadline is on the 15th. That's for the garden the next day. What they do is they will go to the community garden and they will actually clean the garden up. I participated with Brother Kwaku and a couple of other Road to Restoration volunteers, and it was a beautiful thing. It was wonderful. Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually I'm about to put the information up and the address in the chat real quick. I'm about to Google it and put it in the chat because I don't have the location offhand. So. Oh, she got it? Oh, thank you, Bill Carter. She's the truth, man. Goodness. Woo! Thank you. Save me some leg work. Right. Goodness. Thank you.
Okay.
And brother Eon, I'll let you know 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna just be honest. I probably will be there. Um, it's only for I'm only gonna be down there for 3 days. I'll fly out. Um, I'll try to get there Saturday morning, maybe Friday night, Saturday morning, and I'll be leaving out that Monday. That's what they make planes for. You know, my ticket ain't the ticket from where I'm at to Orlando is only probably about $180. You know, that's I'm not gonna say that's nothing because it is money, but you know, it's worth spending. You see what I'm saying? Because just to listen to it over the phone or over the internet, it's a great experience. But to actually be there, it's an experience I can't explain. It's so spiritual, it's so magical. Just to see everybody on one agenda, everybody on the same page, everybody wants the same thing. Everybody is magical.
Yeah, I'm a. Hey, if I'm not in the art show for next week, next month, I'm gonna go to that next month. I'm gonna make that a birthday
Right.
trip for me.
And like I said, you know, when I start mines, I want you guys to try to attend too. You know, I'm not saying like everyone, yeah, the energy in the room is just magical. I'm not saying like everyone is gonna have to come or should come, but I want you guys to attend. You know, I want my city to see the power that I have behind me, and once they see the power that I have behind me, they're going to jump aboard. You know, right now they still looking for the drug dealing uh, Chuck or the gang banging Chuck. You know, they still that's still in high demand because it was part of the matrix. So when they see me, when they see the new me, yes, yes, yes. How you doing, Miss Stevenson? Everybody say what's up to Miss Stevenson. She just joined the chat. You guys, thank you for joining. Um, I had said I made a video earlier, and I was explaining you know, because every Saturday, I talk to every other Saturday, I talk to the youth. I go to a school and I talk to the youth. Um, and one of the kids actually walked up to me while I was talking to some of the youth, and he was like, "Hey, are you a rapper?" And I was like, "No, no, young man, I'm not a rapper." Um, he was like, "Are you a drug dealer or something?" I'm like, "No, no, young man, I'm not." And he looked at me in disappointment and walked away. Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing perfect. Actually, we learning. When you learning, you it's gonna turn you it's gonna turn into something perfect. So you know, back to what I was saying. Like when I told him I wasn't those things, he was disappointed. So that just lets you know how the youth view us and what their concept of us should be. We should be drug dealers or rappers in order for us to be interesting to them, or in order for us to mean something to them. So we have to reverse that thought. We have to reverse that mental picture of us as African man, as African kings. Because right now the concept of an African man in our youth head is horrible. They want drug dealers and gangbangers and rappers, and we have to switch that. So you know, I'm gonna leave it on that note. I'm gonna let you guys let that marinate for a little bit. It was so deep. You should have seen the disappointment in his young man face. He was about 12 or 13. Like he walked away in disappointment. And you know, I know why he asked me those things because my appearance, you know. I look young, you know. I dress pretty much like some of the young fellas or the drug dealers or something. So the whole vision of me in his head was either a rapper or a drug dealer. So they might see some brother like Brother Eon or Brother Spartacus and say and ask them the same question. And that's their concept of us as African men now. That's who they want. That's who they want us to be. That's who they had, what they had made up in their mind of their elders. Drug dealers or rappers. And that's sad.
I mean, they've been making mockery of it because look, if you catch on when I was talking about the Dawes Road Act,
yes, thank you, Royalty, thank you.
Which was officially that was announced in 1902.
Mm-hmm.
That was announced April 1st.
Wow,
April
that's deep.
So I'm actually about to continue.
Oh,
and this is going to be breaking down like the bank word, more into prisoner, of becoming prisoner of war, which is going to lead into basically more of how they manipulated the system and was just scheming us from jump. So, $50,000 was awarded to the farmers for the era. So, Obama was talking about the reparations, and that was the $50,000 that was awarded to the farmers for that era. But if you apply that aspect to right now,
yes, right.
that will equal to every Black American $2.5 trillion. So, and this is why the system was designed for what percent of people. These ideals was colonized. These ideas was originally colonized, already experimented on other people. The book is called Aspar's General Land Peace. The struggle for the rights to farm South Africa. So outside the American land. Sorry about that.
Oh, you good?
A lot of words ain't coming out as I'm reading. So basically, it's just saying that the people was already like getting experimented outside the United States, and they just brought that over here to carry on to these lands with more desperate need to monopolize an already existing form of trade here. So whoever controls the trade here controls the land, creation of currency, stocks, and bonds, along with economic and exchange. The Negro farms will soon lose control of the trade in the U.S., while also starting to lose their land with the help of banks. So bank broke it down, a retail or commercial financial institution that is licensed by the government or corporation to receive and loan money. So if you break bank down to the Latin word banca, which breaks down to the French word banque, BANQUE, that equals the table. So that's what those last two words mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, also breaking down bank, they used to call that word back then, the money lender exchange table, or money box. We used to call it. And if you break what a money box is, that is the stock. It was equals to the stock, a subscribed capital of a corporation, the farm. And you first listen to that, you think it's farm, so you're thinking, okay, you're talking about the pigs, the livestock. But no, they call us stock. And that also stems to why your name is in caps, because you were stock.
So did y'all hear that? That's deep.
Okay, so we to continue off of that, it wasn't clear. Okay, which part? Death royalty.
Can y'all hear it? You know the enemy, he taps in when good information is being spreaded through the airwaves. They do they also do this to Brother Lance as well. But then I also have to get a better quality. I have to get a better way of us calling in, and he can actually be on the line. So Spartacus, if you could say it again.
What I was saying, stock, which described as a capital of a corporation, and if you look at our name when it comes in the mail, in all caps, that's your stock name that they're talking about as well. So when they're saying, remove, we thinking they're just talking about removing cows and farm animals. They're talking about us because we were labeled as stock as well at the time.
Okay, so what he was trying to say is, back in the day, we were considered stock along with the animals. But see, we didn't know that when we seen the word stock, livestock, that meant, I'll give you guys a link for that too. We didn't know that when they were back in the day when they were talking about livestock, and to this day, they're talking about the people that actually work on a plantation, the people that actually work in the fields. We were counted as livestock as well. You see what I'm saying? So they got, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Spartacus, they got paid for us as well as they did for the animals. You see what I'm saying? They got beneficial funds for us as well as they did for the animals. We were considered on the same level and the same line as the animals on the farm. We were considered livestock. So that's what that was the point that he was trying to make right there, royalty. I know, like I said,
initially we wasn't. Initially, it was only to where they turned. So if you, let's say your grandfather, if he owned the farm, he would be the slave master, as they call it, because everybody on the land worked for him.
Right.
That was just the title of the boss, as we look at it right now.
Mm-hmm. But he was the slave master. He was the labor master.
Right. And then the labor was just for what it sounds. You just labored. So you was just a helping hand. So that's basically what you was. You was a helping hand initially. And then that's when they schemed the whole system to compare us to these unstable creatures that were squatters. So to continue what I meant. So when these people was labeled as stock or kept in stock, which means in stock in a possession of a trader or to be imprisonment, aka prisoner of war. That's how we became prisoners of war. So the paper currencies started becoming harder to get during the earlier days of existence due to be paid through sales of crops when it was ready to be purchased. So whenever the crops was received, whenever the crops received was lower than expected or sold for a lower price, the farmer would then fall low on his credit. Then whatever currency was owed was then taxed on the next year's amount due. So after so many times of this happening to the Negro farmer, he would then be forced to either get a loan or then sell their farm for little to nothing.
Wow.
So important though, in 1960, loan number 6101, deed of trust, the crop line system, which the farmers signed. The farmers signed over the deed of their farm and still was able to work on the farm to pay it off, which the rise of taxes, transportation costs, and storage fees, plus etc., this became hard to do, which led to the foreclosure of Negro-owned farmers, allowing for the things to own the land with the Pre-Exemption Act of 1841. The tenant farmers that was already squatters on the farm and shared cropping with the Negro farmers was given the first dibs on purchasing the land, in many cases for free. So that's where you come in, Brother CR. That's what I was saying about your grandfather.
Right.
The dude probably bought it for free, and that wasn't allowed. So that land is still yours.
And see but the messed up thing about it is when you got greedy family members that only look at the dollar sign at the time, and they sell off the remaining land that was given to us by our grandparents or our great grandparents. We can't go back and get that land. It's already sold.
Yeah, but there was the situation is there's a percentage that each person gets.
Mm-hmm.
So they was only able to sell. They're only supposed to be able to sell a certain percentage anyway.
Right.
All parties of the family is supposed to be a part of that, not just one. So not only would you just be claiming
Kufi, yes, Insured Livestock, New York Life, and others, yes.
Your grandfather, but before that, so we gotta look at the people before that, because many of the stuff, the land got if the land was sold and what the money we're using now, then it's not real money.
Right.
So in this case, it was duped.
Hey, you know, Royalty, she said something that made sense, and brother Kufi, he did too. Kufi's brother Kufi said Insured Livestock, New York Life, and others. And Royalty, she said this is the reason we have to change the name of our birth certificates from all caps. And I was just about to type that, but I'm gonna just say it. I wonder, are we able to do that? We can't?
No.
But if we change our name, if we give them our name, if we give them that government name back, that slave master name, and
it's not that what we're looking at is we're looking at it different. Okay. The name that you think, you own that name. It's not that you want to change it. You own that name. So the money to that name is yours.
Okay. But my thing is, okay, so you just answered Royalty, he just answered your question.
I'm going by Spartacus. That's not the name I'm going to be going to get my stuff from.
Right.
I can open up my own name as
UCC
Spartacus,
one.
if I wanted to. So that's how that changed.
Okay.
So that's basically what that is. That's it's just your name saying that you own this percentage of money.
Okay. And royalty.
And you find it attractive because we are, as long as we have social, so we need to get us turning all that stuff in is what we need to do.
Okay. So I'll
Getting
just
our own sovereignty forward. That's what we need to do. So we basically, when you turn all your stuff in, you're basically telling these entities that they don't control you and you're not their stock no more.
mm-hmm.
So that's basically what you change your name. So you can walk around and claim, like I can walk around and my capital name be Spartacus, but I'm still claiming myself, and I can claim myself as the lowercase Spartacus.
Okay.
So you can walk around with your birth certificate and be like, this is who y'all talking about.
Right,
So
right.
maybe doing that in the video, you can do that, but that's when you gotta also have all your stuff turned back in, your sovereignty and stuff like that.
Mm.
So us going to Orlando is the start of this anyway.
Okay.
Because we're gonna have to be together and have our own little system going on. Once we do this.
Right. So royalty, she said, what is the what do you see as an importance of changing our name on the birth certificate? If we, like Brother Spartacus said, if we change our name, anything that's owed to that name, we won't receive. Because if we change our name to something different as of now, we don't have any currency attached to that name. We don't have any type of so-called income attached to that name. So if we was to give our name up and say, for instance, the reparation was to pass, we won't be able to collect that because we gave sovereignty. We gave all of that up, right?
Yeah, we gave all of what. So we gave all that up because they have us technically locked at sea. So that's why they're able to control all that stuff because we're
right
walking around saying we're walking dead.
Okay.
So they summon you with a court order.
I want to ask. I want to ask, brother.
To make it much easier, if I tell you you own Starbucks, but you got 1,000 fees that I keep taxing you on right now, and you just like the hell with it. Even though I know these fees aren't for real, and I'm just giving you fake fees, but you don't know that. You can just not pay me, and you just walk away from it because you're tired of the fees, instead of claiming it and being like, no, I don't have to pay you no fees because I'm on my property anyway.
Right.
So what's the reason I'm paying you? You would start collecting all your funds. Because now, universal law, I can't do anything to you.
Okay.
So that's the one law they do have to abide by, universal law.
Okay, now royalty, she said she changed. Okay, she meant to say, if we change our name from caps to lower case caps, how would that benefit or how would that harm us? Would that benefit or harm us?
It won't benefit now. I mean, it's not that it won't. It would do you good because then they're not looking at you as a corporation.
Okay.
But still, it's not like that name's not going to go anywhere. So just like people changing their name, there's still going to be a social security number to that name. So like, for example, my last name is Bills, but my original last name is Harris that my mom put there. And then my dad eventually came, when he got back from overseas, came and changed my name to his last name within the said topic. So there might be another social for me. Like, that's how easy it is for me to use that. So I might have two socials in my name.
Right.
Probably explain the madness.
Okay, let me tell royalty. Okay, this is like I said, anything that we have been taught from the enemy is not true. Um, I don't know exactly what you have heard. Because I know you said you heard something a little different or a different perspective. Um, only thing I can say is facts are just that. You see what I'm saying? Um, what we have to stop doing is going off of perspective because they've been perspecting us all our life. They've been giving us hypothetical information all of our life, and that's why we're so lost when it comes to these certain topics and these certain things. Um, and the only reason why I wanted to touch on this is because I know a lot of us didn't know about this. A lot of us didn't know that I mean, some of us did. We knew the fact of us having a social security number and a birth certificate. Basically, it's a oh, okay, different facts. Okay. I'm sorry, but you know, our birth certificate and our social security card is basically like a currency stamp. It's like a if you look at if you look at currency, if you look at money, if I'm not mistaken, the same numbers on the money is almost equal out to be a social security number. Um,
Yeah.
so the same value that a dollar has, our name and the numbers that attach to our name has that same type of value, but it's 10, 20 times more valuable than any revenue, any currency that's in the United States because we're considered a corporation. Anything with those type of numbers heading over the title is a corporation.
Right.
So at the end of the day,
I was just, when I said these, my bad, I was just using that as an example.
yeah.
And let's see, and also royalty, yeah, that's basically what you just said, bro. I was gonna say that. Basically, if you don't want, if you want money or not, so you walking away from your name is you want the money. So not, I mean, I'm not saying that like you looking for money. No, but the money that's owed to you, that's just basically tied up into the name because
Right.
money doesn't exist. So for it to exist, it needs to be backed by something. And for that to happen, it needs to be, that's where a lot of our ancestors was due to give and make it, fortunately, forced to give it in, turn it into their gold and silver.
Okay.
So the money that we actually had. But they got us fooled because they got us thinking money and silver is everything. And it's not, because you need land in order to utilize the gold and silver, you know, for whatever purpose you want to. But at the end of the day, you need land to survive.
And one thing I'm gonna highlight to you guys, my great granddad, he didn't use a bank. You know what he used? He used some old coffee cans, a shovel, and some dirt, and that was his bank. But see, he didn't use money to buy anything. I'm trying to come up with the proper word for it. It ain't bargain. What is it, Spartacus? We were just talking about that.
Use credit?
No, well, it was a certain type of credit. Say, for instance, we just said it. It was bartering.
Bartering system.
He used a bartering system. One of his neighbors might needed something that my great granddad had, and my great granddad might have needed something that his neighbor had. So instead of them exchanging money, they used the bartering system. And that was just as good as money. That was before currency.
How we traded, the barter system is how we traded back then, to where I was saying, like, if I had a watch and you had a basketball and I wanted to trade that to you, and we would just trade that because that's what we wanted. And the value of that you got for the feeling was the same.
Right.
It wasn't that you look at it as, no, my watch costs more, because no, that's not how it was about. Like, we, at the end of the day, we're here to share each other's experience as well, while living together and creating our own.
Brother Kufi just put something in the chat that's wow. So he said, are you reading this? You guys reading it?
Okay, I know. I'm gonna get to the Brother Kufi thing. Brother Eon, yeah. So the selling your birth certificate and social security back, that isn't the it's not that you be selling it back. That is just you turning in, you giving it back to them, telling them that you know who you are. So that would be when you would keep your copy of your document, but you would give it back to them, a copy of the social and security, the social and your thing, and then they will offer you a percentage of, hey, we'll give you 10 million for this, we'll buy you out 10 million. Now, if you do that, hey, that's cool, but you gotta understand that it ain't worth 10 million, it's worth $1 billion.
Right.
So there's no accurate number on how much we're worth. That's the problem. We're worth too much. And that's why they can't admit it. Because it would stir up anything. Because like I said, you couldn't they're forcing our ancestors to turn in all that gold and stuff that they had. Who's to say, we wasn't, somebody's not sitting on there, because there was so much gold here already, and that's just what they don't want to tell us.
Right.
So much gold here.
I felt you, B.L. Carter. I want my money too. Yes.
Okay, I'm multiplied.
I want to touch on something that Brother Cope. Wow, he. Brother Kufi just put something on here too. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm kind of
reading that. I'm trying to understand.
I'm trying to understand it too. Like I said, a lot of this stuff we don't know. So just as well as you guys are learning, I am too. Some of the things I knew about, but
I'm actually about to at this point. I'm actually about to go over the non-government entities and who controls how they're able to that they own 38% of the U.S. banks now. They own stocks, stocks and shares.
Good night, Miss Stevenson. You have a good night, okay? Thank you for joining in on the chat. I know we kind of late. I ain't gonna lie. We about to wrap this up in a minute too. He said, but he need a Secret Service clearance. Okay. We're gonna have to talk after this, man. We're gonna have to exchange information.
And they can figure out how I ended up with that.
Right. Yeah. You know what we.
Well, all right, I'm gonna rush. I'm gonna finish this note.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah, because I want to wrap it on. Yeah, I want to wrap it on up.
We're gonna pinpoint and go over the banks and the future.
Okay.
So, all right. You have. Okay, so I was saying the last thing I said was the Cropperline system. So over the deeds. Wait, I read that part. Okay. All right. So allowing for the banks to own the lands was the Pre-Exemption Act of 1841. The tenant farmers that was already squatters. farmers that was on the farm was already expecting these arrangements. Andrew Johnson. Johnson was the military governor for the first state to re-enter the Union after the Civil War.
Hey, Miss Shanta Edwards.
Which was Tennessee in 1866. So according to the White House, .gov, he used the state of Tennessee as a laboratory for reconstruction.
Okay.
Also in 1866, President Johnson sent out a U.S. Department of Agriculture official named Oliver Hudson Kelly in the order to survey the South and its agricultural conditions after the Civil War. After the survey, Oliver created a secret society similar to Mason of the industry of agriculture.
That's crazy.
With the help of 5 politicians and bankers, Oliver founded the National Grange of the Order of Patrons of Husbandry.
Good night,
76.
Miss McKnight, Monette McKnight. Good night. Love you. Peace. We'll see you again.
Good night. All right. So grange is the old French word is granary, which broken down to barn or farm, and husbandry is someone that manages or conservation of resources. My bad. Someone that manages the conservation of resources, which means they was fully intending on taking ownership of these farms from the creation of the society. Then you got the bonds, which was husbandmen or householders. Wow, the husband word is out there. So you had the National Grange Movement was created in order to increase farm profits from farmers, uniting the North and the South farmers, created co-ops for farmers and modernized farming practices. Both the Negro farmers were banned from joining the movement at the time, which is ridiculous. So the National Grange supported the politicians and advanced several politics candidates that was a part of the Greenback Party, and that carried an idealized, the movement encouraged the distribution of greenback workers to work hard in order to remove the middleman of the farming industry, who were the Negro farmers, by playing a key role in the establishment of the farm credit system. That played a key role in the establishment of the farm's credit system. In 1816, President Woodrow Wilson and the administration established the FLB, Federal Land Bank, a system of banks aiding farmers, rural committees, open space, rural committees. Rural broken down means committees, open space, and open land or a country. So President Wilson's main focus was to enforce a new era in business upon all businesses entities in the North by making big changes in the economy by federalizing all operations, considering trade. So the federal law, so here's where it's about to get crazy. The Federal Land Bank consists of 13, but not 12, banks, originally had the middle class, which the settlers, to set up the farmers, the family farms and businesses, the industry, the agriculture, trade in wheat, barley, and other grains. And then you had the culture, the city, and the hard good industry. Then you had the South colonies set up for the large agriculture trade companies, industries for the plantation, farming, and tobacco, cotton, and rice. And then you had the culture building up the small towns to serve plantation trades.
Mm. Okay.
The English North American colonies period was 1607 to 1732. By 1750, the population grew to 2 million, integrating many groups, growing in disagreement with England, along with shared democracy.
Okay. Now look, hey Spartacus, I'm about to I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'm about to make a point. The point of this whole this live tonight was basically for us to understand how we've been used all around the table, all around the board. We're probably some of the wealthiest people in the world and can't collect from it. Someone else is collecting from us. It's a government, it's the whole whirlwind. It's a whole organization to where we are currency, but we're not making the currency. So they know that
because we're moving in their system.
We're moving in their system, but we can't touch it though. You see what I'm saying? So the whole point of this is reparation.
Right.
We have to move forward. We have to move.
Once we stop the flow of movement, that system breaks down because we move to generate money.
Yes.
Money doesn't come from it's not like we know the money comes from this specific bank, right?
Right.
And it has 14 tons of gold that equal up to this amount.
Exactly.
So that's how the money is utilized.
So the point of the matter is, once we know this knowledge, we can stop that flow. Not even stop it. We can redirect it towards us. We just got to figure out a way of doing it. And so that's why we're having these conversations. That's why we're doing the trips to where we're going to have the round table of knowledge, the road to knowledge at a round table discussion. See, once we get to the nitty gritty, we're going to know how to counteract now. We're going to know how to get that currency flowing back to our pockets. You see what I'm saying? Back to our bank accounts. But in order for us to have that happen, we need to know this information. It's in books, it's on the internet. But a lot of us don't know and make it work through this thing.